again, it's on.
Can everybody
What did
see?
I say?
Can everybody see?
Let me put my glasses on for that.
Yeah, put your glasses on for that aside. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the infamous
Welcome black.
Opinionation. Applause, 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 applause. Applause. Yes, yes, yes. Primo,
Yay.
how are you, bro?
I'm good. What's happening with you?
Hey, man, good to see you, man. And your gold, just chilling like a king. I see you, brother. You
Yeah.
understand me?
Mm-hmm.
Elliot, happy return. Happy
Oh,
solar return, Elliot.
I appreciate it, fellas. How's everything
Yes,
with you all,
sir.
man?
Things are well, man. How are you?
Oh, man, I'm great, man.
Yeah,
I'm
did,
blessed.
did you celebrate your solar return? What'd you do?
Oh, yeah, spent time with the family, man. Had just a nice weekend. Had a birthday Libra bash at my spot, so
Okay.
had a lot of friends and family, all throughout the week.
Okay, so it
Just
was just
hanging
for
tight.
Libras. Like nobody else could come unless you was a Libra?
Oh, no. You can come. It doesn't matter what you are,
Okay,
but
okay.
it's
I
like
thought y'all
we're
was
six
separatists or something,
deep.
like Libra separatists or some type of. Okay.
We're just six deep in the
I ain't
family.
mad. I ain't mad at it. Well, shout out to all the cats that celebrated with the boy L. Kendo Mickens.
What it do?
What it do and how do you do, brother?
Oh man,
Oh,
just maintaining, living life,
Yeah.
loving family,
Hey, sounds good to me.
loving extended family.
Sounds good to me. You know? Okay, and
Blended family.
last but not least, on the move, you understand, always with the sun to his face, Hassan McCullough. What's up, man?
See the sun? Man, how you guys doing? Peace.
Yeah.
Peace in
what's happening?
the
What's
Middle
happening?
East, as I say.
Peace in the Middle East, as you say.
You know,
Hmm.
in the Middle East. That's it.
Is that what you say? Well,
But
that brings me to the topic of the day.
you know,
That brings me to our topic of the day.
the thing right.
The topic for today,
That's the
fellas,
thing right now.
Hassan,
Oh, go ahead.
the topic for today, religion or gangsta?
Oh,
We have something very serious to discuss. I know we have a lot of fun around here, and maybe there'll be a chuckle or two today, but quite honestly, we got some round table issues, fellas. So let's dig in. Listen, have we somehow confused religious practices with gangsta? Like, when did Jesus and Suge Knight become boys, best friends? Like, when that happened? Huh? When did religion and gangster get confused? Let me ask you a question, Primo.
yo.
Primo, you got two daughters, right?
Yes, sir.
This ain't even really about your daughters, but check it out. Imagine if one of your daughters, your younger daughter, went into your other daughter's bedroom and was like, all right, check this out. You can stay on your bed, but when you want to go to the bathroom, you got to ask me. And if you want to go and get something to eat, you got to ask me. And guess what? When you come back, you better eat on that bed and don't you step foot off that bed. The rest of this room is mine. And then she just walk out and slam the door.
Oh,
How would
I
you
get
feel about that, Primo? How would you deal with that within the globe of your household?
Yeah, well, I would put my foot down and see what made her lose her mind.
Well,
To let her know.
wait. First, who's losing their mind? The one that ain't complying with staying on her bed, or the one that told her to stay on her bed?
Well, the little one that's saying this is the new rules, and
Oh,
then I got to keep the older one from killing
oh, that's an
her.
interesting take, Elliot.
I'm like Primo in that
mm.
regard. It's
Elliot, you
like
have two sons, right? You have two sons, right?
correct, and I have an older
What-
daughter.
Oh, well, let's just leave it with your sons for a second. You know, they have two rooms in your house. Your younger son goes into your older son's house is like, homie, like get out of the room, my nigga. Like, get out of here.
He would take him serious by no stretch of the imagination. My youngest son weighs about 28 pounds. You know what I'm saying? And my oldest son, he's solid. So my
Very
youngest is
interesting
built just like
metaphor.
I was built.
Interesting metaphor.
So it would be comical for my youngest to say that to my oldest. It's comical.
Hey, Kenny,
I'm here.
do you have the right to live wherever you want to live? Let's get down to
Without a
the
doubt.
nitty-gritty.
It's my
Oh, you do?
God-given right.
To live wherever you want to live.
It's my God-given right.
Okay, so let's test this out. Let's test this out, Primo.
Yeah.
Kenny just said it's his God-given right to live wherever he wants to live. So let me ask you something, Primo. If tonight Kenny decides to live right where you sitting, is that okay?
No, not at all. He still
Wait, no, hold on, man. What you mean?
Yeah.
Kenny just decreed that he can live wherever he wants to live. That means every place in perpetuity in the universe, including your
Not
couch.
necessarily.
Long as he
Hey,
don't
Kenny, don't backtrack, brother. Don't do that. Don't
It's not
backtrack, Kenny.
backtracking.
Don't backtrack.
You
Don't track back.
overextending it.
Don't lack track, Kenny.
You
Don't do that.
overextending it. When you say your God-given right to live where you want to live, you're talking about.
Wait a minute, you telling me what I'm talking about now? See,
Well, no. Well, I'll tell you what I'm talking about. I'm telling you, my God-given right is to live wherever my money, my resources, in respect to
see,
the customs.
now we getting
But hold
everything
up,
comes with
but
a
hold
caveat.
up. But you know
You-
that's not true because you can't live in white neighborhoods. So you know you can't live wherever you
on
want
the
to.
red
No,
line
You already know
side.
that.
that's
On the
not
red
true.
line side of the game.
That is true, fool, because
Oh,
they got
man.
red lines. That is true.
That becomes
Oh,
man's.
Oh,
That
my.
becomes
And
man's.
that's what man you just said you can live wherever but you can't. Based
But
on man. You
technically,
can't.
I can.
We all know
Niggas is
that.
breakdancing right
But
now.
you can't.
Well, hold on.
But
Let's
you
say,
can't. You know you
you know,
can't.
if you're going to step
You
into a
can't.
fantasy world, let's
Fantasy.
say I
You-
come in with my occupied army. What is that white neighborhood going to
You
do?
ain't got no.
How you going to
And
tell me
here
what
we
I don't
are.
have?
What, boy,
Talk about
fellas,
something that's real.
How you
fellas,
going to put
we're,
your
we're
double
so
negatives on
in
me?
it right
You
now.
talking some fantasy shit.
Hold on. How you going to put your double negatives on me?
Come on,
I
Kenny.
ain't
You know
got.
you can't live wherever you want to live.
Hold on.
Woo!
You know you
Theoretically,
can't live wherever you want to live. You already know that.
that's
You
not
can't.
true. And
Even theoretically, you know
you're
you. Okay. What's the Beverly Hills of Philadelphia?
Wow.
Tell me a Jewish neighborhood that you can't live in.
Wow.
You know you can't live wherever you
there
want
are
to. You
none
know it.
actually.
Wow.
There are
Yeah.
none.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
So
pretty
you
much
can't
open
just live in
territory.
any neighborhood. You can't. You can't live in any place. You already know that. It's silly.
Theoretically, man has put up gates and communities and
But you
barriers.
still cannot
But
live wherever you want to live. Right?
if you
That's
want to
what we're
be
talking about.
if you want to be overly critical of it, I can't live in a volcano. So,
Of course.
you know, I can't
Did
live
you
in a
just say
volcano.
you can't live in
I'm
a
talking
volcano, Kenny?
anywhere.
Did you just say
Yes, he just
you
said that.
can't live in a volcano? Hey,
A
Elliot.
volcano.
Elliot, brother
You can't live
Elliot.
in a volcano.
Brother
Yo, I'm right
L.
here.
Brother L,
I'm right
check this out, man. I need
Check it out.
I need a tiebreaker, bro. Check this out.
Uh-uh.
Can you live wherever you want to live?
No,
What you mean? Why not?
there's always there's limitations to everything.
So you can't just like go somewhere and be like, "This is mine now."
Correct. Absolutely not.
But
You can't go into just say you appear in Africa or whatever the case. You just can't stake claim land and you just appear. It's not going to happen.
okay, let me ask you this, L. Let's stay right here.
All right.
What if my belief system tells me that I have the right to live in your living room?
You can have an illusion about anything you
Whoa,
want
whoa, whoa,
to.
whoa!
But the
I'm sorry,
reality-
I'm sorry, Elliot. I'm sorry. You misheard me. I said, what if my belief system tells me that I have the right to live in your living room?
Okay,
So now you got to execute the play now, and that's going to require force.
Oh, You're not going to just allow. I told you that my belief system, Elliot, allows me to live in your living room, and you telling me I got to use
That's
force
your
to make it happen?
illusion.
You just won't understand that and get out of the way. What you mean?
That's your illusion. That's not my
Why are you
reality.
calling my belief system illusion, brother? Listen, this is a very respectful show.
It affects
We
me.
respect
It
each other
affects me.
here. I have said nothing disrespectful to you. Why are you disrespecting my belief system? I must live in your living room, Elliot.
Your illusion can have an effect on
Wow.
me and my right.
I thought we was getting off on the right foot. We had a couple shows, everything. Now I'm an illusionist. You're calling me names, calling me out of my name. That's wild. Hassan, this is your
Yes,
man.
sir.
Elliot is your man, Hassan. I have a belief system, Hassan. It says that I can live in Elliot's living room. What's the problem, Hassan? Is it a problem with that, God?
There's no
That's why it's called will.
no problem. Huh?
I said that's why it's called will.
What'd you say, Elliot? That's what?
Will. No,
Hey,
will.
Hassan, don't let
No.
Elliot take you off of your square, man. Give me that answer, brother.
Elliot.
Isn't it okay? Because my belief system tells me so that I can have Elliot's living room as my living space. Isn't that okay?
Well, and the realistic thing is okay because you have that going on with over there in Jerusalem.
Whoa. Stop. You might want to pull over. You might want to pull over. Hey.
That's based on a belief that
Hey, friend. You might want to pull over. Hold on for a second, man. Oh, you're getting off track here. I'm talking about Elliot's living room, homie. Okay, you getting us off track. You moving too fast.
But
homie.
isn't that implying the same thing?
I'm asking you a question, Hassan. Isn't it okay if my belief system tells me that Elliot's living room is mine? Shouldn't I be able to take it over?
No.
What you mean, no?
You shouldn't be able to take his thing over based on a belief system. Which that means somebody told you to do this and you believe them.
You guys, I don't understand. Elliot wants the war. You are misinterpreting my belief system, Kenny. What's wrong with them? Why don't they understand that?
All your belief system. And I don't know about other countries, but I know the United States has eminent domain where they can walk in and say, we need to put a highway through your house, so you got to get up out of here.
But guess what, Kenny? They compensate those people, though. Those people just know it don't work just like that, Kenny. Those people, even if they don't want to go, they still get compensated, Kenny. That's facts.
Hold on. They get compensated. Let's say you decide my people have been.
It may not be market value.
Hundreds of years.
It may not be market value. It may not be market value, but they still get compensated. I'm talking about you just going into Elliot's living room and you're not getting nothing for it. What you mean? My belief system told me I belong here. You ain't get no money.
And,
get out of here.
Again, that requires a certain amount of force.
Oh. Well, now.
That requires a certain amount of force.
That's
because your belief system ain't necessarily someone else's belief system. You said my belief.
Well, let me ask you.
Ain't necessarily their
Kenny,
belief.
Well, Kenny, does your belief system give you dominion over others? Like whatever you believe, do other people gotta bend to your belief system? Is that the way it works?
If that's what you believe,
don't have dominion over others.
Wait. Check this out, Kenny. What you say, Elliot?
If that's what you believe.
Yup, see? And there is where the war begins, isn't it? Isn't it?
Gangster.
Because everybody
that's where the gangster begins, ain't it?
That is gangster.
Because of course, whatever is in your mind, whoever your God is or not is, you think that's going to rule how I eat and shit? That's what you think? And the fact that you think that, well, you're out of your mind, first of all. So that's something to contend with in the first place. But then second of all, it's war. Because what do? Bend to your will? Well, what? Why would I do that? If I'm God and you're God, why would I bend to your God? It's a riddle. Okay. Straight up and down. Elliot, you've been put on the spot right now. You ready?
Go ahead.
Is the right to return the same as manifest destiny? Okay, here's an explanation. Here's an explanation. The right to return is something that the Jewish community claims they have to the area called Israel.
Got you.
Manifest destiny was something that Columbus, spout out and his folk about the Americas and how they had the right to claim it as their own.
But that's where I mean that's human nature.
Oh,
and so it's in a sense because think about it, everything's
that's not human nature, Elliot. That's not human nature, to be honest.
Animal nature, Ben.
Let him finish, Hassan. Let him get it out, Hassan. Go ahead, Elliot.
Animal nature. It's a reason why all animals have some sort of defense mechanism or a shield or whatever, protection or whatever the case, because it's a matter of willpower. Can I impose my will over yours by any means necessary? That's the life, that's the environment of the world we live in. That's just what it is. It's a cycle. It's a cycle to all of this.
Hassan?
Yes, sir. What happened? Who did it?
What were you saying?
He is right about that's an animal thing, because the indigenous people did not do that because they didn't think that you could own land because it was magical. So they didn't do it. They didn't think like the so-called Caucasians.
But it's still territorial. I'm not saying that's not owning land. Hassan is occupying it and claiming your land. That doesn't mean you own it. It's just you can't hunt here. You can't live here.
They didn't do none of that stuff. They didn't do none of that stuff, though. They didn't do any of that stuff.
That means indigenous people didn't. Where to live.
They were, and what happened? I'm trying to tell you, they didn't do that, because that's why the land was taken, because they shared among the Aboriginal people and the natives and stuff. They shared. They were brothers.
I can't believe it was just this like utopia of nonviolence.
It was. Why do you believe these other stories when you understand that melanated people are connected to the sun? It's not. That was white nature. It's not human nature.
No.
It's not at all. If you understand the civilizations before that, you're taught based on white history and white thoughts, which is not the same thing of the indigenous people. They didn't do all that.
I can't agree with that, Hassan, because I can just think for myself.
You have to understand the people. You get spiritual downloads that tell you all this stuff.
Kenneth
you connected to source.
Kendall Lamar. Kenny, let's break this fight up real quick.
Did it already?
No, it's not a fight.
No, I know. Hey Kenny, let me ask you this, man. What's the difference between indigenous Americans and Palestinians? What's the difference?
Well, right now it's not looking like a lot of difference. Bigger force or more powerful force is coming in and taking over.
That's wild.
And basically they put them on a reservation in the middle of the Middle East and said, this is what you can do. This is when you can go. This is when you can come.
But weren't there, wait a minute, can I ask a question? You know how, like,
wait a minute.
You know how when you tag base, like, depending on, like, what y'all said, the rules, typically the first person that tags base, that's their base. Who was there first? Who touched base first? Who was there first?
Well, that's a good question.
Well,
the indigenous people were there first.
Does anybody have an answer for who was in Palestine? Wait a minute. If it's called Palestine, wait a minute. Hold on. If it's called Palestine and Palestinians live there, and then they created something 76 years ago called Israel, wouldn't that by just
hold on, Dom.
Man was there the first. Palestine was first?
That was actually the land of Samaria.
You said man was there first?
Yes.
Who you mean, man? Who you mean?
Some say men that look like you were there first, Kenny.
The Anunnaki were there.
Not even none of the people that were there right now. Some people say none of the people that were there right now, that are there right now, are the real people that are from there. Some people say that. Some people say they look like you, Kenny.
Well, what I'm saying is we created these separations.
We? Everybody French. Hassan
Well,
got a
no,
French juice
you're a
company.
part of you're a part of this.
You speak
You're a part of
fluent
this.
French?
You're a part of this human society. So you're part of the we.
Hey, Primo,
Yo,
fundamental question, homie. You just give me off the top. Freestyle it. How do we coexist when my God is your devil?
well, we coexist because
Huh?
yeah,
How do we coexist when your God is my devil and my God is your devil?
well, I say it like this: with the God I believe in, loves the ones that don't love him and the ones that do love him.
Yeah, but what if my God loves to hate, and that's all my God loves to do is hate
I think that's I think
and
that's
destroy, hate and destroy, and then
I think
hide the hand, hide the
yeah.
hand.
Somebody need to reconnect with they thinking and reevaluate their God because murder, death, kill ain't a part of my religion. I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying?
Elliot.
Minute,
No,
wait a minute,
hold
man.
up, hold up. First of all, Hassan, hold up.
Oh,
First of all,
sorry,
Elliot hiding this week. Elliot is hiding this week. Somebody must have tipped
It's
Elliot
his
off about
birthday.
the topic, and Elliot is out
No,
here
I bring it.
somewhere in the world
I'm
hiding.
Elliot
soaking
said he was driving. He
Where
said he was
so what?
driving.
Hassan is driving too. And what? What you talking
I'm
about? What you his attorney
I'm
now?
so, I'm soaking wisdom.
Wow, wow. We ain't know you was a hustler out there, Elliot. All right, Memphis hustlers. All right. Yo, L, man, how do we
Oh, what's up?
coexist when your God is my devil and my God is your devil?
Well, I don't think that that's humanly possible coexisting because it's just look at nature. Just nature doesn't coexist. It's all about survival. It's the fittest of survival. So it's like this
Only the
kumbaya story.
strong can survive, is what the song
It's like
says.
we're trying to live this kumbaya story and it's not reality of life. It never existed in life.
So
At
the
what
Yes, it
gangster,
point
so the
has,
gangster
man.
is where it's at. Elliot,
It
keep it in
has.
100. Elliot, so you just saying the gangster is what it is.
good, evil, up, down, forward, back, it's a balance of life.
See that,
Hey,
but
wait,
that's
wait,
only
wait, wait, wait,
the
wait.
Caucasian history, though, Ellie, that you have been taught, because the other periods before that didn't have the same energy. Animals did coexist, and they didn't eat each other until the Caucasians came into the fold on the earth, because
White people.
everything was totally different.
Well,
Caucasians, not
ask you a
just
question.
all
Just
Caucasians,
just
all
off
skin
of that,
color.
what did the lion eat before the Caucasian told him what to do?
As I'm
What-
saying, there's a
Hey, some
lecture
lips,
called
Kenny.
there's a lecture called Black Root Science. There's a lecture called Black Root Science, and
Hold
it
on,
talks about all the
hold on.
people that came to the earth way before this, and it tells
I'm
you
just
about how
asking
the
you a
species,
simple
how the
question.
people lived on this earth. Yes, sir.
What did the lion eat
I can't tell
before
you
the
what they ate.
Caucasian told it what to do?
It's the energy of the Caucasian. It wasn't the Caucasians the energy, because all different bad insects came out because the Caucasians came to this fold. You guys don't understand that the Earth is
So,
actually way more than what it talks about. The energy and stuff was way more. The whole
so,
Caucasian
so
race
a
has made the
jaguar
Earth
or puma, it
do
was an
certain things.
herbivore.
I'm gonna say it one more time. If you're in sync with the sun and stuff, and other people aren't in sync with the sun and this earth, you don't think the earth would actually change because of all that? Because they're not in sync. We are people that's in sync because of our melanin. The Caucasians are not in sync with this earth. That's why a lot of shit happened, is because of
I
them.
don't disagree
All
with you on that, but what I'm saying
and
is,
so the energy of the earth is actually smart. The earth
I
has
don't know if
has
we were in this lollipop land or utopia that you speak of,
But
where
see, you don't know, because just like I said, you haven't listened to the lecture called Black Root Science, and it talks about the origin story of the indigenous people, and talks about all the stuff and how we lived for like 7,000 years,
but
and we
then I
had
gotta then I gotta believe what that person is telling me, because I don't.
Oh.
Well,
the
Kenny,
thing
you're a
is-
believer. Wait a minute,
Oh.
Kenny, you're a
You-
believer.
Hold on.
Yeah, you're right.
You're a believer.
You're right.
I might be a believer in something different. That's the thing. When you say this is what I follow, this is what I believe.
Selective believing.
It's not selective believing. What it is
Yes, it
no
is.
one can prove anything of what we say.
So why
We-
would you believe
we-
this shit that doesn't empower you?
Because
I'm gonna say that right
I
now.
can prove
It's not
that I'm
that you
talking
believe
right
in-
now. I can
I'm
prove
not
that
saying
I'm
what I
talking right
believe or what
now.
I don't believe.
I can prove that I'm talking right now. I can prove it. I'm
You can
proving
prove
that
that,
I'm
but
talking right now. This is the now. I'm in it and I'm talking. I'm proving that I, the all,
that's all
part
you
of
can
the
prove.
all, is
But what
speaking
I'm
now.
saying is these histories of things that we talk about, we can't prove it.
It
None
was
of us.
the history but the history that you are told, you want to believe that and stuff and say that people were
But there's
this,
a
they were
difference,
barbaric
Hassan.
and
Here's the
stuff. You
difference,
don't even know
Hassan.
none of
Here's
that
the
stuff to
difference.
be true.
But
You
here's
don't know.
the
First
difference.
of all, when all that backstory story, you have no idea if
Well,
that's actually true.
Well, some
Right?
things
They're
I
all
put different
stories, right?
logic on. So when you tell me,
Oh,
I mean, and I know it's just a
right or
small
wrong,
part.
those are
When you
all
tell me,
stories. We don't know if they're true, right or wrong. They're all stories. We have no idea if they're true.
But those are
They're
I
stories.
all
just said that.
stories, right?
But what I'm saying
There's
is
a
I got to
life
use logic
lesson.
on some stuff. And when you telling me
Right.
And
till the Caucasian came, I guess we were over herbivores and animals were herbivores and
Don't do that.
everybody.
yes.
Don't do that.
Most people with
do
melanin
that.
don't need to eat food and stuff. They need to have fruit because they have liquids because they have melanin and stuff. They don't need this other stuff that the Caucasian has been eating. That damages our body. You can actually look at our bodies and tell us being all fat and shit that's
I don't think
true.
I can disagree with this
Period.
part. See, you know what the problem? Hold on. Let me say this something real quick. The thing about Hassan is he will weave some solid factual information in with the pixie dust.
Is it factual?
Listen, when he
What
talks
makes it
about
factual?
hold on. When he talks about what you should intake, your diet, what we were told to eat versus what we should be eating, that is completely factual. I mean, please.
Some of it is, but
Listen,
can we get all our
listen. We've all had a piece of fried chicken, but you best believe a mango is better for you. You better believe it all day long. I mean, you can
get
argue
all
that?
our nutrients from a mango?
Yes, we can get all our nutrients from a mango because we're supposed to be hydrated. It has nothing to do about it's minerals.
I guess the point I'm making though is that Hassan will weave some solid info in with the very esoteric and fanciful. Hey, Elliot.
Yo.
Kenny, first of all, Kenny said, let's not forget this, Supreme. All right. Let's not forget this, Supreme Elliot. Kenny said that he can live wherever he want to live. Don't listen to whatever he say about to say now. He said in the beginning of this show, he can live wherever he want to live. Now, Elliot, are you special?
In what way? I'm just a regular
We're not on a date, bro. Just answer the question, homie. What's wrong with you?
I'm just a regular guy, man.
Okay, there it is. Primo, are you special?
Yeah, I'm very special.
Oh, see, that's wild. Okay. So that means that you can live wherever you want to live too. You with Kenny.
I believe I can. I believe I can. I believe your money could get you.
I ain't talking about no man. Listen, I ain't talking about no money. Listen, if you want to live in Kenny's living room right now because you special.
Nah. I mean, yeah, even then it'd be like, yo, Kenny, they go $1,000.
But see, I'm talking gangster. You see, the show topic is religion or gangster. What if my religion says I should be able to live in Kenny's living room? You ain't getting no money for it.
Yeah, I can't force my way. I can't force my way into somebody's property.
Why not? Why not? Hey, Elliot has already told us it's survival of the fittest. You understand me?
Because they surviving too. I could get killed.
What? So what?
So
you scared? What you scared? What you scared?
He's less fit.
I'm just using wisdom.
But Dom, what if his gangster says, I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse? Hey Kenny, I need to stay in your house for the next 2 nights. Here go 100,000. That is an offer I can't refuse.
You guys sound really modern and gentlemanlike.
Not modern.
You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about barbarian shit, homie. You're saying I'm talking about barbarian stuff. Y'all talking about, suits and ties and what I'll do for you next week. What? I'm talking about lay down. I'm talking about lay down.
But the difference with Kenny, that 100,000, Kenny, that's staying. That's not living. Living, you make the rules. You're not obliging other people's rules.
Kenny,
that's the negotiation, Ellie. Who's to say? When you decide that you bought the house you bought, you negotiated a price, and then you decided what you're going to do. Now, you didn't tell them, I'm going to get in here, I'm going to put this picture up that of a baboon, and you
not of a baboon.
Huh?
Go on. I'm sorry. Go on.
What I'm saying is,
I get what you're saying, but
when you get into there, it's definitely caveats to everything. Now you can come in with some gangster stuff, but you have to have the backing of enough to come in with gangster. I mean, somebody can walk up.
All right, okay. So let me ask you a question as a community. Now that we know how everybody feels, and we're gonna stick to our first answer. Kenny will come and take yours. Period. Elliot will do the same. Primo, kind of on the fence. You talk to him about it. He's ready to pull out his checkbook. You know what I mean? But then Hassan, I don't really know what Hassan thinks, actually. I don't even know if we got an answer from Hassan. But I will say this. If you come to this door and you call it your own, and I've been domaining here, it is war bars. And like Elliot said, it justified or not, the war is on at that point. Now, whose side are you on? What are you down with? Just ganking people's space? Let's not even call it property, because I agree. I mean, this paradigm of property and ownership, it is a very funny thing when you really understand something higher. It's funny. But, it's the system that is now. But when you have a piece of that, do you just fork it over because folk come to your door? Don't you fight back? Don't you have the right to fight back? And then how does the rest of the community watch that? That's what we into. What happens when it comes to your door? What happens when it comes to your door? I think we should really understand what I'm saying. I think we understand what I'm saying. What happens when it comes to your door?
Unfortunately, as a society, we've been, it ain't at my door, so I'm not going to worry about it.
Well, we live inside. Well, wait a minute, Kenny. Don't we live inside the house? Metaphorically speaking, ain't we in the house? Ain't we up in the house? Huh?
No doubt.
What you mean? What you mean, Kenny? You better go over there and get you. We in the house.
Well, depends whose house you want to.
Pakistan is not in the house. Like North Korea is not in the house. Like Iran's not in the house. Like Palestine clearly is not in the house.
And those people
we's in the house, man. We's in here. We's in here. And
Palestine could either say, even though you outnumber me, I'm going to continue to fight, or they're going to
rocks.
So what happens when? So Elliot, let me see what type of brother you is. If you're walking down the street, Elliot, and you see a clear ninth grader fucking up a fourth grader, right after school, and you walking by, you got your little dog or something, you just walking by, you just mind your business. Do you keep walking, Elliot? Hold on, don't nobody say nothing. Do you keep walking when you see that ninth grader fucking that fourth grader up? Keep walking.
You got to intervene, man. You got to intervene.
Good answer, man. Way to save humanity. Way to save humanity as the children.
Why isn't that going on then?
Oh, Hassan, what a great question for Supreme. Why isn't that going on, Supreme?
It is going on for the most part.
What are you talking about?
What is going on there?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Israel is doing whatever they want to Palestine.
That's only a question you ask. That's only a question you ask once you intervene. You don't ask that question prior to intervening.
They're intervening.
Who Who's
The
intervening?
United States is intervening whatever. We
Well,
intervene
no,
with
they're helping. They're helping.
They're helping. What are you talking about?
Okay, hold on. Okay, so let's hold on. Let's finish the metaphor. So the ninth grader's fucking up the fourth grader, and then what happens is like a Ferrari drives up, and these motherfucking college niggas, these football players, get out and start wailing on it, golfing the fourth grader. Like, and you keep go ahead, Supreme. You gonna walk?
I jump in, I help out,
Kenny.
I
For who?
entertain.
Kenny,
I'm for the fourth grader.
Kenny, we saying who's who right now, Kenny. Kenny, you hide behind a picture. That's a good picture.
I
You
never
know what I
hide.
mean? You know,
Never hide.
okay. Well, Kenny, then we got some stand up answers in here. Kenny, the fourth grader, is now being pummeled by college football players, a ninth grader. You understand me?
Unfortunately, what's happening is some people are aligning, like if you want to keep using this metaphor of college and ninth grade and fourth grade, the bigger people are aligning with the oppressor.
With the ninth grader.
If you want to call it a ninth grader.
And that's gangster.
We'll keep it in the ninth grader. The college people are coming along and they're saying, I probably shouldn't, but I'm gonna, I kind of like this guy more. So they are aligning with that instead of saying,
so Kenny,
hold on.
What are you aligning with, Kenny? Are you going to
not
walk by?
Everyone. You can't say everyone because some are saying, hold on, how can we talk this out?
Does this thing work? Is this thing on? Hello, hi. Is this hello? Is this on? Kenny, are you going to walk by as the fourth grader is being golfed? Are you walking by?
Of course I'm not.
Okay.
Hassan
McCullough. Hold on, Kenny. I'll come back. Yeah, I need more, Kenny. But Hassan, I'm getting votes right now. Hassan, you don't went to European schools, University of Utah. You've been married to 3 white women or 4 white women, something like that. At this point,
yeah, I guess so.
What do you do when you see the fourth grader being pummeled by the ninth grader and the football team that just got out of the Camaro?
I'm gonna jump in.
On which side?
For the fourth grader. I'll have to jump in.
I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm amongst men that understand up from down, left from right. It's kind of code. It's kind of unwritten code that we've been talking about. There's a man code. There's kind of a humanity code.
Mm-hmm. Jump in.
You see, this is the type of moment where red and yellow and pink and green, purple and orange and blue. Oh. Like everybody got to jump in and be like, yo, what the fuck is you doing? It really is that kind of moment. Now, we on Star Trek. It's their device, but right now, the whole world can see and hear. So if the whole world can see and hear, what would you do for the fourth grader? Are you supporting the ninth grade beatdown when he's already got the Ferrari toting football team, college football team? Huh? And then the fourth grader was already on the playground. The fourth grader was there, and the ninth grader was like, get off the playground. Mm-hmm. And the fourth grader was like, well, can we all live? I mean, I was here already for a few thousand years, but can we all live here? No, I just left Europe, and they told me in London that I can have the monkey bars, I can have the slide. Get out of here, fourth grader. And the fourth grader's like, no, I live here. I got memories here. And the ninth grader started beating the fourth grader up. And that's when y'all started walking by. Some people just walking by. Actually, it's a lot of people just walking by.
Just walking by.
What moment are we in?
By because they believe that Their religion told them to.
Oh, way to segue, Kenny.
But listen,
Kenny, still go ahead.
my thought is, if God created all of us,
Oh, wow.
am I going to walk by as my younger brother beats up my even younger brother or smaller brother, as the bigger brother beats up the smaller brother?
Well, here's the thing.
But
Here's the
we
thing.
all created.
Can I insert this into your example, Kenny? The older brother has a different God. The ninth grader has a different God than the fourth grader. And the ninth grader has the same God as the football team. They all have the same. Actually, the football team, wait a minute, Kenny, Hassan, Elliot, the football team actually thinks the ninth grader is a chosen one and better than them.
Yeah, but again, that's what they believe. Everybody doesn't believe the same thing.
What happens
So-
when your belief comes to my doorstep, bro? This is what we're talking about. What happens when your belief system comes to my doorstep talking about I need that because I believe so?
You see what you get. You get oppression sometimes. You get
Politicians,
oppression.
Hassan,
Yes, sir.
hey man, you better wake up, bro. Before I send
I'm
a
up.
drone, I'm about to send a drone over there. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm
Hassan, what's the answer,
listening to
man? What's the
you
answer, man? What's the answer?
talking about gangs.
You're meditating. What's the answer?
About what? What's the answer to what?
Okay, Elliot.
I do that.
Yo, Elliot. You there, Eliel? You there, Elliot? Earth to Elliot. Okay. Elliot and Hassan.
What's the name? It's messed
Elliot
up.
and Hassan. You know what I mean? Go to the detention, please. Please report to detention. Thank you. Kenny.
Yeah, I'm listening.
I mean,
We're listening, Don.
what moment are we in, man? You tell me.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, Elliot.
Yeah, I was saying hello, hello. I guess I hit mute or something.
Yeah, I think it was on you, man. Listen, like, what moment are we in, Elliot? What are we doing right now? What can like we all just sit around and watch, humans take over other humans with alien technology? I want to make sure that's clear. If we just sit and watch that,
Watching.
I it's hard for me to even have a conversation. I don't own a TV, so I don't see what you all see. This is not in my face. And so I
It's
don't
not
have
about his reality.
correct.
so is that the answer? I mean, Kenny, that could be the answer. Is that the answer, Kenny? We tune out. If you weren't even watching it, listen, would we have known 9/11 happened if we didn't see it on TV? Oh.
No.
you'd have
Yeah.
read about it.
Yes.
You got social media, you'd have found out about it.
You got different forms of
Yeah, you
communication.
definitely would have. Yeah.
You might not have
But
got
I'm
it
not-
as fast. You might
Yeah,
not
I'm
have got
just
it
not
as fast,
versed.
but
Right. I'm just not versed on it to have a legitimate opinion because I could be talking reckless. It's a lot going on in my community, in my city. You know what I'm saying? In my environment,
But
in
you
my
do
world.
maintain, Elliot, that, survival of the fittest. If I'm going to come in and take yours and I win it, that's just what it is. There shouldn't be any repercussion. That's what you said.
Oh, that's life. That's the reality of the life we live.
That's how
It's
they
been
took us
that way.
from
And it's
Africa.
gonna always be that way. It's gonna always be that way.
So then, Kenny, why are you
That's
so
how,
pious?
that's
Kenny,
how we got
Kenny,
here.
why are you so pious? If there are elements like Elliot on planet Earth, why are you so pious if you know Elliot exists?
the thing of it is, you have to understand, I believe that God created all of us. So what you do to the least of us, you could be doing to anyone. So you can't pick on the least. So it's just a matter of why is that being allowed to happen?
Do you continue to bend to Elliot's will, Kenny? I'm gonna ask you straight up. You playing games. Elliot has a manifesto that says what's mine is whatever I want. You kind of said that too, Kenny. What do
That
you
could
do
be
when
his
Elliot comes to your
manifesto.
front door?
That could be his manifesto, and then it becomes: Do I believe that, or do I fight against it?
Do you?
But it's not really my manifesto. It's just the reality of life I've lived. I don't exhibit that type of behavior where I go and take, but there's people who live
It's
on the
just an
opposite.
example, Elliot. Elliot is just an example. We're not.
No, I get that. But no, I get that you're not using me specifically. But what I'm saying is just as individuals, we're gonna make decisions. Some people are gonna be on the offense in life. Some people are gonna be on the defense. Some people
And
it's just like I'm not the
So,
taker,
Hassan,
but I'm not gonna allow you to
Yes,
take
sir.
from me.
are you listening, Hassan? Are you paying
I'm
attention?
listening.
Can I ask you something?
I'm listening, homie.
You
Yes,
you in
sir.
the car right now, right?
Yes, sir.
Come and
Yes.
get me, man. We need to go to the closest bank. Let's just get ours real quick. Let's come get me. We about to go get ours. Cause like these brothers like get yours and get whatever you want. Do whatever
Nah,
you
it's
want.
not. You don't have to get yours with that mentality.
What you mean?
I could be more cordial and be like, let's create,
So we go to the
a
bank and say, "Can I
network.
please have 17 million? Can you please put 17 million in the bag?" Is that what you're saying?
Oh, no. It's just the type of the situation you're in. I'm going to ask for a loan, but I could over here I could
No,
exchange
no,
something
no,
that
no,
I
no,
have.
no. That's not the doctrine, Elliot. That's not what we're doing. We're not doing that, Elliot. We're not doing that. You know what we're doing, Elliot? We're sticking to what you said.
I
What you
got you. I
said
got you.
is the survival of the fittest, and whoever the strongest will survive. And I hear you. So that's what we sticking with. We're not shuffling, tap
I
dancing,
got you.
moving. We're not
I
doing none of
got you.
that.
I got you.
So the whole vibe is me and Hassan about to go out and get some things. What you mean? At whomever's expense, whatever's expense. We about to get this, Hassan. You know I'm at, right? I'll be ready to show me over in a little bit. I'll be ready. See? Now you don't know, we might get on the jet and come to Primo's crib. Primo be like, "What's up, Don? What you doing here? It's late." "Hey, I'm coming to get this, Primo. What you mean?" "What you mean what I mean? Primo, you got to get out of here, bro." See?
Here we go have problems.
See?
hey,
Like,
Dom,
Dom, I done known you for a long time, man. We good, but nah, Preem, get out of here, man. What, Dom? See?
but don't that work against you if Primo got Ali
Yeah,
Baba and the 40 Thieves over there, and then you and Hassan show up?
yeah.
Now it's a different conversation.
But who else coming behind me and Hassan, though? Who said it's just me and Hassan? Me and Hassan kicking it off.
And that's the problem, because he bum rushed this one, that one bum rushed that one.
Ooh.
That one falls in this.
Now we got a gang war.
And now you have a gang war.
Neighborhood versus neighborhood. Nicetown versus Logan.
And that's what's been pretty much happening. That's what's been pretty much happening.
World War III, Lumen.
Look, man, why is it that we can understand how to live next door to one another? I mean, especially melanated men in a country that dealt with us the way it dealt with us. We can live still here. I mean, like Kenny's coined the phrase selective conformity. We definitely, as melanated men, have selectively conformed to this society, since we've been released. Because for us to still be here, some would say, "Nigga, you crazy."
We ain't got nowhere else to go.
I understand that. Primo, I'm here too. So I don't have a leg to stand on, but I'm just saying somebody else looking at melanated men would say, "Y'all niggas crazy for still being there after what happened, and they still ain't taking care of y'all."
We born here.
I understand, brother. I understand. It's what we know. I get it.
Hey, the Africans don't want us.
Wow.
We're not African, that's why.
Oh, look at there. Look at there.
So we ain't got no choice but to stay here. But believe me, if they could do to us like they do in the Palestine, they would do it. They'd be like, "Oh, all you black folks gotta get out."
They've already done that already.
No, I'm
That's
just
the
saying.
whole thing. Is it not the same play? It feels like the same play.
I feel it's like that, but they can't do too much with us black folks because right now they need us. I mean, they need us, and they want to be us. They secretly love us, but in the same time they hate us. But but in the meantime, what they gonna do with us? Because right now we fight back now. You know what I'm saying? If we could stop fighting each other and point the guns and the anger at the right direction, it's a wrap. This ain't gonna be the
Let's
civil.
put
This
let's
ain't
put
gonna be the
something on the
Civil
record.
War.
Let's put
This
something on
gonna
the
be the
record.
revolution. The revolution will not be televised.
Hey, Elliot, let's put something on the record real quick. Check this out, man.
Yo,
Israel was created in 1948. It was given to some folks from Europe that were ousted in Germany. And those Germans were told that they could live in a part of Africa, North Africa, that was called Palestine. And when they went there, they would be able to change that territory to a place called Israel. Now, how is that? For the record, that's what happened. Now, the question I got for you, Elliot, is how can one country put people from another country into a completely different country? How does that work? How do you get to tell me these people are coming to my country when I had nothing to do with that war? You know, North Africa didn't have nothing to do with World War II. They weren't like the, the Ethiopians didn't have an army in World War II. That's what they were doing. Egypt didn't have an army in World War II. So how does Europe get to put other Europeans in an African country and just bogart and say they have a right to be here? They call it the right to return. How does that happen, Elliot?
well, based on the topic of conversation, that sounds like gangster shit.
Woo! That's a commercial.
And this goes back further than 1948 and all that, man. This is back. This is when them people was with the Romans, Isaac, Abraham, and Jacob. And, you know what I'm saying? The land that God supposedly gave to Abraham, and they had Isaac and Ishmael. This is Muslims versus Christians and Jewish.
Let
This
me
is
let me say something to you real quick.
That's actually not true. Actually,
Well, let me say something to you real quick,
but
Supreme. Hold up, Hassan, I'll let you go. Hassan, I'll let you go.
Okay.
But let me just say
Go
something to Supreme real quick. Hey, Supreme,
That's cool.
Yo,
what you talking about?
but it ain't my fight.
No. Supreme.
I got to fight the devil over here.
Supreme.
Yo,
What you talking about?
that's what I'm
You
saying.
said something about. I heard you say something about like David and.
Nah, Isaac.
Oh, I'm sorry, Isaac. Who is that? Who is that? Who's Isaac?
Isaac and Ishmael is Abraham's son.
Who the hell is Abraham?
Father Abraham, the father of many nations. You know what I'm saying? The man that had the babies at 100 years old.
Okay, now let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question while we stand here on the banks of the universe. Why do you think I care, Supreme?
That's what I'm saying.
About what you talking about? Like this
story
you telling me right now, this story you telling me about these dudes named Isaac and why do you think I care about what you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm journeying. I just came across you and you talking about Isaac and then what? This nigga is drunk. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. Let's go back further than that, man. This is a war that's been going on.
Okay, brother. Let me say something to you. You talking about some cats that ain't here right now that I don't know. I'm gonna keep moving because you still talking about them, and I'm moving along. You see how that works? Like, why do people think that their storylines and belief systems and political affiliations are important to the antfly? Why? Why do you think that what you feel should be imposed on the next entity?
Hey, that's how the Blue Bloods do it. That's how the Britons do it. That's how the royal family do it. That's
Elliot gave us the answer, man. He gave us the natural answer that the strong shall survive. But that's gangster.
Gangster, yeah.
That's how they was able to take America from the indigenous people by the doctrine of discovery by saying they was savages because they didn't believe in God.
Oh, it's all wrong, man.
So that's how they're able to take the land.
They
didn't believe in God, so they was known as savages. because they did magic and stuff like that. And it's like, no, hell no.
Kenny, why did they give land to the Europeans that didn't even live there? Why did they do that? How did they do that? How did England, a court in England, get folks from Germany land in Africa? How does that's what a triangle.
If you come in and you have better weaponry,
Man.
and more force, you're more brutal, you take it. So
I can okay. Let's think about that. How can that be true when they fighting on somebody else's backyard? How can they have force and be brutal if they fight in somebody else's home territory? That doesn't make sense.
It makes perfect
explain
sense.
that
But
to
that's
me.
exactly what's happening. But that's what's happening.
If your home territory don't have that
No.
weaponry,
If Israel's been in that homeland. The Europeans so-called came to the Americas and just took the natives from their land. Took them. That's
why
the
were
story.
they able to do that? Why are you able to? You don't.
They wasn't able to do it. They had a war. That's what you guys don't. That's what you don't understand. They wasn't able to do that. They had a war.
Hey man, you saying it's like you saying two different things at the same time, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know people listening right now. I know people listening right now are saying he's saying two different things at the same time, brother.
They wasn't able to take the land from them.
Listen, we know that a faction called Israel has weapons that Palestine does not. We know. I mean, what are we talking about?
I'm talking about the people. I'm talking about the people, the slaves, so-called slaves in America.
So you don't think the British, you don't think the Dutch and the British have weapons that the indigenous didn't have? You think that the indigenous had the same weapons?
But they didn't know the terrain. How could they beat somewhere they didn't know the terrain? That's what I'm trying to tell you. They don't know the terrain.
It doesn't always matter if you know the terrain.
You have to know the terrain. It's somebody could
come
come
to your house and just
beat you.
Hold up, Kenny. I know how to do this, Kenny. I know how to do this. Hey, just son, let me ask you a question. You from California?
Yes, sir.
You from Pasadena? You ever heard tell of some niggas coming up from South Central and beating some niggas' asses in Pasadena and then going back?
No.
You ain't never heard tell of that. Stop playing.
No.
Okay. Kenny, you know how somebody from 12th Street, somebody from 12th Street and some of their family, they go around to Marvine and they beat some cat up, you understand me, and then go back to 12th Street.
Hey, listen, growing up, there's been dudes, that ran up in someone's house and pretty much dragged them out and whooped their ass because they were a better fighter. They were stronger. They had.
Oh, you're saying so now you're right. You're saying the white people are stronger. No, they're not. So what are you talking about?
Saying they're stronger, dog. You missing everything.
You just said they're stronger. You just said they were stronger.
Who's on first? Who's on first?
I know you're talking about a specific thing.
Second base.
What I said is,
I know.
What's on third?
Come in like this Israel and Palestine situation. Israel has better, stronger, or better weaponry than Palestine. They have more. They have bigger, more powerful. So you're coming in and taking. If Palestine was the United States, that's not being done. If Palestine had the weapons that they have in like Russia or China, that's not being done.
I'm not talking about Palestine at all. Do you guys really understand that?
I think the whole conversation.
We're making a parallel, Hassan. We're making a parallel from the indigenous of the Americas and the Palestinians, and what happened to the indigenous of America, and what's happening to the Palestinians.
But the white people didn't know the land like the indigenous people did here, so they wasn't able to take the land like that.
That worked for the Maroons in Jamaica against the British. But it doesn't always work everywhere. Everywhere is not going to always work.
Haiti was the only country that actually won their civil war. Nobody else did.
Elliot,
Haiti was the only.
You there, Elliot?
Always true.
I'm right here.
Hey man, let me ask you something, man. So I like your take. I think your take is a matter of fact. An eye for an eye. The strong. No, actually, that's not what you said. But you said the strong will survive. Survival of the fittest. You know that's the jungle. That's the jungle. That's jungle
Right
talk.
on.
So I get that. I get that.
Gotcha.
But you know what, Elliot? Is that where we live? You know, the multitudes of us in this hemisphere of the world, we don't live like we take whatever we want, do we? We don't live like that.
No, you have peace involved. It's another X factor, which is it is peace and decorum. That's being civilized.
So then why do we stand
Respect.
behind a faction that is bully in nature, and we can viscerally see what's being done to babies and children that ain't got nothing to do with nothing? Like, how do we, I mean, is that cool? Like, at some point, and listen, I think it hits the same nerve when you see a cop shoot an unarmed person. It's like, what the fuck is that? Like, we sit around and watch that. At what point, Elliot? Listen, I get it. So we all in the jungle. So what you saying is we crocodiles and they lions as long as they ain't over here. Is that what you saying, El?
Nah, but if you're a crocodile in the water, you're not worried about what's happening in the trees.
Ooh, right there. Stop the show. We done. And then we done. I mean, there's some words being said because ultimately, what you gonna do? Like, either you're gonna do it or you're gonna understand until it comes to your door. You may not have no movement, but what do you do when it comes to your door? Are you prepared? Do you have movements? And does your movement even matter when it comes to your door? Are you just selectively conforming? Again, Hassan, you drunk.
Yes, sir. I'm not drunk. Wow.
Oh, yes, you are. You are. Primo told me. Primo tried to warn me before we get on. He texted me. He was like, yo, that nigga drunk. He hit me up talking about some Playboy pinup stuff. I didn't even know what you talking about. So, Hassan, man, you know what I mean? Sober up. I
Yes,
think
sir.
you should stay on the side of the road. Don't try to drive right now. Wouldn't you advise that, Kenny?
Hassan,
What are you talking about?
Hassan ain't been on this show because
At all.
He getting shadow work right now.
He's doing shadow. That's what it is. That's why he's in the shadow. He's doing shadow work. That's why he's in and out of consciousness. He's in and out of consciousness. All right, we got it. I'm my bad, Hassan, as you were. But listen.
Hey, let me ask you this, Dom.
What you talking about, man?
When you use the metaphor of the college with the red Ferrari and bigger, stronger, those college students haven't shown the morality to the people that's here. So do you expect them to grow a conscience?
So why do we go to school with them? Let's stay in the metaphor. Why do we go to school with folk that don't have no morality?
We brought to this school, and like Supreme said, we're at this school. We've helped build this school, and we feel this is our school too.
We help build the charity.
And we try to change it as much as we can. We have our selective.
Listen, man. Listen. The indictment is real. You said we helped build the Terror Dome, and that would be fact.
No, we didn't help build it.
How did we not? You just said don't do that.
We were forced to build it.
Well, that's true.
And now we feel because you forced us to build it, you can't just tell us to get out now. Now I'm a part of this. I helped build this. So I'm very well a part owner of this.
But okay, I liked all that, but we're not in control of direction. We're not in control of planning, the business plan. We're just workers.
That's what we're fighting. We fighting for a little more control of that, a little more direction, and a little more say in what we do.
So, let's talk about the pyramid for 2 seconds, Hassan, Elliot, Kenny, Supreme. The pyramid is on the financial instrument in this country. I know that the pyramid is a lot of things to a lot of people. It's a mathematical equation. But one thing's for sure, what it actually is when you just looking at it is a thing. And it's the way the world is set up. Now, the thing is, we marvel at the pyramid, but the pyramid is this planet. Jeff Bezos sits at the top. They say Elon Musk. We're talking financially speaking. And because the world is mesmerized by the pyramid for which we stand, these entities stand at the top. Now, the pyramid could fall like a house of cards if you didn't have believers in it. But people believe. And that's how the Ponzi scheme always works, doesn't it? When you believe in it. Again, I told you, man, ain't nothing to believe in. You need to study that pyramid. The pyramid is a lot of things. That's why it's so magnificent. Again, it's a mathematical equation. It's a metaphor. It's a spiritual instrument. It's a wormhole. It's an electrical grid.
In addition, it's a true depiction of life amongst people. Your ceiling
it goes back to the jungle metaphor, Elliot, that you spoke of. Because the strongest will be at the top, right?
Your ceiling is always someone else's floor. So it requires a different skill set to get to the next level, to climb to the next level. You're always in competition to get to the next ceiling. You got to break through it. And it's you got to develop additional skill sets. That's life.
I like it. Hassan, are you finished with your meditation or shadow work? Hassan, are you calling Hassan McCullough? This guy, I think he's deep within. He's then going deep. You understand me? He's talking to the Anunnaki right now, to Inky. You understand me? He's on a direct line with Inky right now. All right, Primo.
Yo.
It's been a spirited conversation, man. I tried to use some metaphors, some simple examples to outline what's happening in different parts of the world. And it's one specific part of the world called North Africa. A part of the world where, we were taught in this country, they didn't teach us that Israel was in North Africa, that Palestine, that, Egypt was in North Africa. They've made up a new term called the Middle East. There ain't no Middle East. Middle East of what? Stop playing with intelligent people. It's Africa. And you know what? Africa is the name of some European cat. It's Kemet. That's where you get the word chemistry. It's called, the oldest name you can find is Kemet and Kush. You understand me? So it's kind of hard to sit back and watch, Primo. But I tried to throw out some basic metaphors so that we could understand. What if this was your children? What if this was a fourth grader being beat up by a ninth grader? What would you do? Where do you stand?
All right. I stand up for the injustice, man.
Yeah, man. All right, well, look. Tell them where they can find you, black man.
Oh, everywhere on social media, Supreme the Resurrector or Supreme DR, SUPREEM DR on Instagram.
Yeah. Elliot, are you back in Memphis, man?
All day.
All right, now, look. Tell them where they can find you, brother.
Elliot Young at Instagram and Elliot Young at Facebook.
Solid. Kendo.
You can find me.
Wait, before you tell them where you can find you, man. How you gonna heal the world, man? First of all, you already told me you can come and take my credit. Like if you gangster like that, Kenny, how you gonna be a pious man and gangster?
If you have enough force, sometimes some people beliefs.
That's wild.
Are I'm coming to take that.
That's wild.
I've been told to take that.
That's wild. So your God is bigger than my God.
They're right.
That means your God is bigger than my God. Your God is better than my God, bigger, badder than my God. That's that.
Some people believe my God gave me all these extra powerful weapons, that makes me stronger than you.
And I'm gonna use them like that.
Doesn't mean that's what God gave. That's what God told him. But sometimes people misinterpretations.
Oh man! Wow.
So
you telling me you can have a God that you misinterpreting and you taking that misinterpretation and trying to force it on me? That's wild. That's
That's kind of what we do as people.
Hey man, let me ask you a question. Why would you bring somebody here? Oh, my bad. I know that's weird. That's weird. I'm sorry. I'm weird. Okay. Hassan,
Yes,
we
sir.
What was
live.
that question?
Huh?
We
What'd you say, Primo?
Kenny
All right.
just said something.
What'd you say, Kenny?
I
That
ain't
was
know
Kenny.
where that came from. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, man, what planet is this? What existence is this? What realm is this? Like, are we paying attention? Is nobody everybody just watching Good Times? Ain't nobody. What time
Well,
does Jefferson's come on?
again,
Ain't nobody paying attention?
our nature is not the best.
Ooh, there it is. And you know, at least we listen. We're having it's an honest conversation, man. This is a heck of a time to watch. So it's almost like watching what happened in 1492 or something like that. It's almost like watching that where we did
Yeah,
we had to read it in history books, but now we're watching it on alien devices. We're actually seeing the explosions from the sky, and you know all this stuff we're watching 200 years ago would have just been magic and mystery and wizardry, and we take it all for granted, like oh, you know, they just bombing stuff, and we on Star Trek, like it's nobody ain't pausing for a second to go, yo, what's up? What's going what is this? I know. I mean, I'm crazy. That's why I said, you know.
They got people's minds messed up from all this pandemic stuff and all this fear. That's why they can do all kind of stuff because they got us tripping on the sauce.
The shock and awe of it all.
I think it go way back before the pandemic. This is when have we been in this utopian society that you speak of? In our lifetime, in going back,
No,
going
not
back.
in our lifetime, Kenny. Not in our lifetime at all.
Even
I've never heard of it.
I don't
Elliot
know.
said
Because
he
I
never
just
heard
said
of it.
I just said that you guys don't listen to the Black Root Science lecture. I said that. It's in Black Root Science. It talks about the black roots
Okay.
of the people and the
Then
civilization of one.
send me a link so I can put it in the description for the show, man, so that folk can kind of know that you ain't completely off your rocker. He is referring to something.
It's a whole series. It's probably like 50 whatever videos
Volumes.
and stuff. But I send you.
But
I send it to you.
well, let me just ask this simple one question: what is his references? What you know?
Okay.
What time travel?
Give us a teaser. Give us a teaser.
What time travel machine do they have that
Wow.
they can go back and
Don't do that, Kenny. Don't do that.
Because they have it's not a time travel machine.
You make a mockery. See?
The thing
I'm not making
is,
mockery. What I'm saying
we're connected to our ancestors. You get spiritual downloads of the events that happen in the Americas because we are hooked. We are connected to our ancestors through our blood,
I'm not disputing
I'm
none of that.
I can't.
and that's where they get the information from.
I can't trust someone's spiritual download.
Okay, well, you can trust.
Was they spiritual downloading while they were rolling up?
Wow.
Kenny,
maybe that's a part of the process.
You're actually right. You should trust the gangster of the church that has gangstered you into believing what you believe. You're
hallelujah,
right.
hallelujah. Well, hallelujah.
You're absolutely right. You should not believe the other thing. You should keep on believing Christianity, who has gangstered your ass.
I have selective.
Wait a minute, Hassan. Wait a minute, Hassan. What are you saying?
Listen. They listen to everything about the show. You can tell you're being gangstered and shit. If you don't realize that now, you're being gangstered. The religion has gangstered everybody. By the doctrine of discovery, by them taking America from the indigenous people because they didn't believe in God. Same thing. It's the same shit's going on. And you don't even see it. But you follow it.
Do we not see it?
Yeah, you follow it.
We just mentioned what I told you is
I know what you told me.
Conformity.
Because I understand what you're talking about. I'm talking about the fact that you believe
I'm a part of this.
You believe in this history of what somebody else told you, and you actually really believe it. And being dead ass honest. If I tell you that there was other civilization that was far better, you're like, I can't believe that. I'd rather believe the other shit that I was told because
I never said that.
That has indoctrinated.
I said everybody's belief is their belief. They got to concretely prove it. Now, when you add in
Oh,
when you
okay.
add in some things that just
Kenny,
doesn't logically
Kenny,
make
I'm gonna be serious. You're able to believe some other shit that fucking enslaved your mind, and you're cool with that, and
you
it's
keep saying.
that's true.
Here's what
It's
I believe. I
okay.
believe I'm trying to live my life.
You have to have concrete evidence that the fact that you
Well,
Kenny, are
some of
you
the
putting
things.
a spell? You putting a spell on Hassan right now, Kenny?
you can do that.
No,
You
I'm not.
understand.
But some of the things he say,
But
I'm like,
I just told you what you believe.
it's
Some
contrary to
other
logic.
shit that has indoctrinated your mind.
Ah,
When you tell me some things that's contrary to logic,
No, it's
then
not,
I
because you ain't heard the
gotta question.
information. If you listen to the information, it's very logical. Okay. Believing in tooth fairy is against
I've
logic,
listened
right?
to a few people, and it wasn't always
Right.
logical.
hey Elliot,
I-
hey Supreme, you
I'm
know what we just
very
did?
the Easter
Elliot,
bunny.
Supreme, you know
Santa
what
Yo,
Claus
you
is
know what we
logical.
just did?
what we do?
We just walked by watching two people
but
fight.
hold on,
You just walked by
who
watching
believes in the
two
Easter
two
Bunny
two
and all that
two
stuff? And
junior high
Nigga,
Santa
schoolers
you
Claus.
fighting.
believed
I
in the
never
Easter
believed
bunny.
in Santa
You
Claus.
believed in the Easter bunny as a little kid and stuff, and then you still believe
I
in the
did
Easter
not.
bunny as
Did
an
not.
adult.
Don't do
Here's
that.
what I believed in Easter.
Santa
Here's what I believed in
Christmas.
Easter.
Don't
I
do that.
believed that we were going to go down Kelly's Corner. We were going to get a nice suit.
Hey,
We were going to
Kelly's
have a
Corner,
nice
South
dinner.
Philly.
No, this was Kelly's Corner in North Philly.
Okay.
In
I thought that you told
at
this like
22nd in like Oregon or something.
oh,
I mean
okay,
22nd in Ontario.
okay.
So I believe Easter was a time we came together as family. We did go to church. Usually hit the carnival. I
Kenny,
believe
he hit you
Easter
with the
was a
Easter
very good
Bunny
time.
vibe. Kenny, he said you believed in the Easter Bunny as a kid, and you still believe in the
No,
Easter Bunny now.
I don't.
That's
I
wild.
don't believe in the
That's
Easter
wild.
Bunny. I never believed in the Santa.
That's wild.
It was just I didn't believe we didn't have a chimney, so I didn't believe Santa came down my chimney. I do believe I look for toys that my mom and pop bought. I don't know about no Santa, but I know my mom and pop said that they were gonna get me that bike, so I'm gonna look for that.
Hey, yo, Elliot,
Yo,
you believe in the Easter Bunny, my nigga?
no sir.
What you mean?
How you gonna gangster up the Easter Bunny? You believe in the
Hippity
Easter Bunny, my nigga?
hoppity.
Not at all, man. Not at all.
But that has to do with like Jesus and everything. What you mean you don't believe in it?
Well, everybody's situation is different. You know,
Oh.
just depends on
Does
your
the
upbringing.
bunny bringing chocolate and those nasty ass peeps become Jesus?
Hey man, we celebrating the resurrection. You know what I'm
Right.
talking about? We celebrating the resurrection of Jesus Christ through bunnies and eggs and chickpeas. You understand me? That's how we're celebrating.
But there's
Even
quite a few churches that ain't doing all that.
even though that birth actually is a metaphor to the actual sun, which happens 3 months earlier on December 21st, which is called the precession of the equinox, happens every year where the
And
sun
a lot of people
starts to
don't even
dip
call it
in
Easter. A
the.
lot of churches are moving away
I'm
from
sorry.
calling
Wait a minute. Are you filibustering? I was trying to give
Not
some knowledge.
filibustering.
Are you filibustering right now with the belief
No,
system?
I'm speaking on what's
I'm coming
real.
with the facts, and you trying to give the religion.
Hold on.
That's not.
What
Are
I'm
we both
telling
standing
you
on the
is,
corner? We standing on the corner. I'm trying to talk about science, and you yelling over me with some religion with a bullhorn. Is that what happened?
without a doubt, I'm not.
Okay, so what I was saying though, I was almost done, is that the procession of the equinox happens every December 21st. They call it the winter solstice. And what happens from the perspective of the earth, the sun starts to die down on the 21st in the sky. And by the 25th, it rises again. Oh, that sounds familiar. What? That sounds familiar.
Well, that's not Christmas though, is it?
Oh, things
Yeah,
are
that
funny.
is Christmas.
Things are weird and funny and rearranged.
Or again, some people are moving away from the word Easter. A lot of churches don't celebrate. A lot of people don't celebrate Christmas.
Easter. Oh, it's so crazy.
You can break a lot of words down. What I'm saying is, not everyone believes in that.
It's not a belief. Did you see the sun today?
Not everybody believes I got to go out and get presents.
Did you see the sun today? I'm just curious. Did you see the sun today in any form coming through the window? Did you see it outside? Did you see the sun today?
Well, here's the
See,
crazy
you're not
part.
answering my question.
I'm answering your question. Did I directly see the sun? No. Did I see what I believe to be the result of what the sun is doing? Yes.
So you telling me you didn't see the light coming through your house on what you didn't see no
No,
light
that's
today?
not what he
You've
said.
been locked into a
I
room
just
with no
said that.
windows?
I
He
just
just
said I
said it.
did.
He
I
he
said
said
I
he
didn't
did see
directly
the
see
sun.
the sun, but I seen what we call the results of that.
Yes.
That's what I just
He's
said.
playing it the smart way.
No,
Yeah.
because sometimes they want to play word games,
It's
and
blasphemy.
you know, I'm
Primo,
I'm
don't
gonna
give
be
him no,
direct
don't
like
put no
they being
battery on
direct.
him, Primo.
Did
Don't
I
give him
see
the
the sun?
battery,
No.
Preem. You see what I'm saying? Kenny don't need no help. Don't give him the battery.
Next thing you know, the Anunnaki coming through with the.
Yo.
Come on, man.
Yo. Yeah. Okay, man.
You know what I seen? I seen
You
light
trying to play
passing off
ball
all
like
that
that?
Anunnaki
Oh.
gold.
What'd you say, Kenny?
What did he say about the Anunnaki gold?
I said
Nah.
I seen light passing off of that Anunnaki gold,
Wow.
and you know some people might call that the sun, and some might not. I don't know.
I'm gonna let it go. You see, I'm gonna let it go. But you know,
You know I like to ride outside.
we've addressed a few things. It's good to have heard that you gentlemen, feel a certain way about the issue. It's a dynamic thing because two things, actually, way more than two things can be true at once. What Elliot said is facts. It's survival of the fittest. It's gangster shit every day. You just didn't know it. And what Kenny said is true. Yeah, I can live wherever I want if I'm big enough and strong enough. So as a result, what does the rest of the pyramid look like? We just holding up the dude at the top? Is that what I'm here to do? Is that what you're here to do? Hold up the dude at the top? That's funny. I don't like being under men. That's weird. We Juice, tell them where they can find you.
Are we back to this again?
What you mean?
Find me at We Juice.
That's where we were. Kenny is back into the vortex.
We owe you. Pardon. We Juice. There's no we without you and I.
There you
You know,
go.
that's
There
a
you go.
song, but OUI spells we juice for French for yes juice. Come and get your fresh vegetable and fruit juices, more fruit juices because it's good for your melanin. You do not need water. You need to hydrate yourself, and hydration starts from fruits.
Okay.
H3O2.
Okay.
So that's the importance of having juice and fruits and stuff. And that's the electricity you need as melanated people. Watermelon is the best thing for you. 100%. If anything you want to eat, watermelon first because it's good for your melanin.
And there
Boom.
it is. And there it is.
WeJuice.com.
Fellas, once again, man, hey, man, I appreciate the honest responses to an honest situation. And again, it ain't on our doorstep per se. I mean, we're in a part of the thing that's attacking. That's what's wild. We're in the beast that's attacking. And so it's kind of like, oh, okay, so it attacked y'all and now y'all are a part of. Oh, okay. But as Elliot said, that's kind of nature. Get down or what, Kenny? Lay down. Gangster shit. We'll see you next week on Opinionation.
Gangsta shit.
Bye.
Gangsta shit.